have to understand. My mom is a very nice, very boring lady. She cares about clipping coupons and composting. She is not the type of person you would expect to be in some wild extortion plot or a financial scheme or paying off a drug dealer or all of the other crazy possibilities that were spinning around my head. For the next couple weeks I was in overdrive trying to investigate. I went through my mom's phone when she wasn't looking, but Gloria King and the lady she'd addressed the check to weren't in her contacts. I googled Gloria King, but no useful results came up, just a lot of old ladies. I tried googling Gloria King with my mom's name, but nothing, and the mysterious email recipient had a really common name, so that wasn't helpful at all. A million results. This was making me crazy, and I found myself being really hostile to my mom because I was mad at her for spending all this money without telling me about it. Did my dad even know? I tried testing him. When he and I were alone I said, super casually, "There's this new girl at my school named Gloria," to see if he had any sort of reaction to the name. He barely looked up from the newspaper. Finally I couldn't stand it anymore. I had to know. I said, "Mom, who's Gloria King?" I thought she would freeze up or pretend she didn't know what I was talking about. Instead, she kind of groaned and laughed and said, "Oh God." And then she opened up her laptop and she googled Gloria King plus her name, but this time, she used her maiden name. And up popped a bunch of news articles about a fire at the university she went to while she was a student there. The headlines were stuff like, "Fire at local university deemed arson and arrest made in university arson case. Suspect had manifesto and finally charges dropped against environmental vigilante." Turns out that when my mom was in college, she'd been some sort of crazy environmental crusader who wanted to free all the animals from the science lab and stuff like that. And Gloria King was this fur-wearing, oil tycoon trustee who had a building named after her on campus. My mom, in a fit of early 20s activism, set the building on fire to make some sort of statement against Gloria and the university and poop. She did it at night so nobody got hurt, but apparently it caused hundreds of thousands of dollars of damage. After she was arrested, the dean at the university, the lady on the email, took pity on her and dropped the charges as long as my mom agreed to a payment plan to help cover the costs of fixing the building. I guess she'd done some crazy poop when she was younger too and felt bad for my mom and didn't want to see her go to jail. So the charges were dropped and now my mom sends her $1,000 every month. I could not stop laughing. Like, I wish this lady weren't taking all our money, but I'm glad my mom isn't sending alimony to her secret family or some poop. She was just a crazy kid. Guess my mom isn't so boring after all.